Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by telling you a truth that may shake your comfort. You are not tired. You are distracted. You are not worn out. You are undisciplined. I've traveled the world, spoken to leaders, governments, churches, and youth, and I've discovered this. Most people are not fatigued from effort. They are exhausted from misalignment. You're not burned out because you work too hard. You are burned out because you work too aimlessly. The weight you feel is not from your mission. It's from your lack of one. When a man knows his purpose, he doesn't need an alarm clock. When a woman understands her assignment, she rises with passion, not permission. But this wakes you up. When comfort wants to seduce you back to sleep, you say you're tired. I say you are uninspired, because when your why's clear, your energy flows. God didn't create you to survive Monday to Friday and call that a life. He placed within you dominion, vision, and the seed of discipline. But instead of stewarding it, you've surrendered to laziness in disguise. Discipline is the bridge between your potential and your purpose. It is not punishment, it is preparation. It's a preparation. You cannot pray your way into greatness. You must discipline your way into the kingdom of God. Does not expand through wishful thinking. It grows through intentional living. You cannot conquer what you are not committed to. Stop calling yourself what focus really means tired when what you really lack is structure. You don't need more rest. You need more responsibility. And responsibility without discipline is chaos with a calendar. The enemy of your destiny is not the devil with horns. Is your phone, your comfort zone, your cravings, and your excuses. The average person today isn't overworked. They're overstimulated. You've been scrolling through other people's dreams instead of building your own. Focus is spiritual. Focus is a form of worship because it honors time, and time is life. When you give your focus to trivial things, you disrespect the breath God gave you. You were created to rule, not to react, to dominate, not to drift, to produce fruit, not to chase feelings. God gave Adam a garden, not a couch. Work was not a curse. It was a calling. Dominion is not lazy. Dominion is structured, ordered, and disciplined. Let's be honest. I'm tired is a comfortable lie. It gives you an excuse to postpone what God called you to start. It allows you to indulge in mediocrity while pretending it's self-care, but your destiny is not casual. You don't accidentally walk into greatness. You build it with intention brick by brick, prayer by prayer, hour by hour. The time for excuses is over. The blaming your schedule. Stop blaming your boss. Stop blaming your body. You are not a victim. You are a vessel, and God does not pour oil into undisciplined vessels. If your life is chaotic, it's not because God didn't bless you. It's because you didn't order what He gave you. You have images of what you get your focus back. Rebuild your habits. Guard your time like a gatekeeper of the kingdom. Don't just pray, plan. Don't just dream, discipline. Don't just speak structure. Because when discipline partners with vision, you become unshakable. And when focus returns, fatigue disappears. You're not tired. You're just living beneath the standard of your calling. And it's time to rise. Tiredness is often misdiagnosed. What many people label as tired is not physical exhaustion. It's emotional weariness, mental clutter, and spiritual disconnection. The role of modern distractions. We live in a culture that praises hustle but misunderstands purpose. So when people say, I'm tired, what they often mean is, I'm unfulfilled, I'm unclear, or I'm overwhelmed with things that have no eternal value. You are not always tired because your body is fatigued. In fact, you've had days where you were busy all day, but still felt alive, energized, even joyful. Why? Because on those days you aligned with something meaningful. But when you're doing work without a sense of direction, even the smallest tasks feel like burdens. It's not that your strength is gone, it's that your strength has no target. The body can rest with sleep, but the soul only rests with clarity. And when your soul is restless, You will confuse spiritual frustration with physical fatigue. This is why people can take vacations, spend days doing nothing, and still come back feeling tired because they never address the root issue. They're not tired from doing too much. They're drained from doing the wrong things. So before you say you're tired, examine your focus. Ask yourself, am I aligned with my assignment? Am I investing energy where it counts? Because if you are living outside of purpose, no amount of sleep will recharge you. You don't need more naps. You need more vision. You need discipline. You need to stop nosing your tiredness and start confronting your distractions. Purpose fuels energy in a way that nothing else can. When you are connected to a clear sense of why you exist and what you are born to do, something inside you ignites. You don't wake up dragging yourself out of bed. You rise with direction, with a sense of urgency, with a fire that sleep alone could never give you. Purpose becomes the invisible power that pushes you through obstacles, that keeps you moving when motivation fails. People think energy comes from caffeine, supplements, or long weekends. But real sustainable energy, discipline, vs. motivation is spiritual. It flows from within. It is the result of knowing that your time, your talents, your effort are all contributing to something bigger than yourself. When you're walking in purpose, fatigue doesn't have the same power over you. You can be physically tired but spiritually alive. You can be running on little rest but still producing fruit, still moving forward, still full of joy because purpose gives you endurance. On the other hand, when you lack purpose, even easy tasks feel heavy. You'll find yourself yawning in the middle of opportunity. You start quitting things not because they're hard, but because you can't see why they matter. A life without purpose leads to frustration, boredom, and a low-grade exhaustion that sleep can't solve. That's not a rest problem, it's a reason problem. Purpose is more than ambition. It is divine alignment. It's when your efforts match your assignment. It gives meaning to sacrifice. It justifies discipline, and it turns daily routines into kingdom impact. When you find your purpose, you stop asking, do I feel like doing this? And you start asking, is this aligned with why I was created? That question alone will charge you more than any battery ever could. Because where purpose lives, energy flows. Distraction is the real drain, not the workload. It's not the amount of work you have to do that's exhausting you. It's the mental weight of constantly shifting your attention from one unimportant thing to another. Every time you check your phone, answer a notification, scroll aimlessly, or jump between tasks without clarity, you're leaking energy. Your focus is like currency, and distraction is a thief. That steals it in small, unmoticus amounts until you're left depleted without having accomplished anything meaningful. Many people assume they're tired because they've worked hard, but in reality, they've just been busy with things that have no eternal value. Busyness and mental toughness training productivity are not the same. You can be active all day and still be empty because distraction robs you of impact.